Hello, welcome to you all. This is Ribhuvani-Vilasa, the beginner lessons in Samskrtam through English. We have reached 7th lesson, I suppose. Let us begin with the Prarthana. यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तन्मदेवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा येनाक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्. We will do a quick revision and then go ahead. So we had drilled enough about the first person, second person, third person, literally third person, second person and first person in the order. We have seen what the final forms will be, how they look, how the usage will be. We have seen that there is a pattern like x plus y, where the dhatu stands for the x. Like if we take hasa, it's has plus ti, hasati. And we have also studied about the groups of the dhatus, where sometimes in place of a we might get a ya. For example, nash. If we replace like all the forms can be learned. We need not learn each dhatu separately. They can be learned by replacing. We also practiced some replacements by putting, for example, nash in the place of has. So if we put nash, we have to follow that, oh, this is the fourth conjugation dhatu. So we need to put ya here. So it will become nash ya ti. Okay, in place of hasati, it will become like nash ya ti. Okay, so this is how things work in Sanskrit. Okay, in all languages we have some or the other like parameters where the forms are decided upon some pattern. We are trying to learn that pattern. Now this is going to be the basis for lot of things that are going to happen in future. This table we call it as 3 into 3 table. Into means multiplied. Okay, so 3 into 3 is 9. We won't call it 9 table, but we call it 3 into 3 because we have the purushas in the left, we have the vachanam. Purushas are the persons, vachanam is the number. So we have these things with us. Okay.
Usha, I have a question. In Devanagari, you wrote na shayati, not nashyati. No.
Nashyati only, because if sha I write, it will look like this. One moment. Yeah, it will look like this. If I write nashaya, it will look like this.
Okay.
So
got it.
it's like I put this half and then make ya. That's it becomes.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice attempt to read Devanagari. I'm happy. Fine. So after some time we will drop this transliteration. I try to keep it, but it takes lot of time and effort from me. I'll still try my best to keep it, but better learn Devanagari. This is the instruction to all the students. If Devanagari is there with you, it will not take much time to learn any script. We will need maximum 1 month. Okay, for 1 month the basic letters, the joining letters, if we learn systematically, then but I cannot depend on others courses for you. I cannot give you something, oh do it. I will teach myself. We will conduct some Devanagari classes in future. then it will be helpful for you. Until then, I will try to keep the transliteration with you. And we had also decided to learn this by heart without seeing. That is called Kanthastikaranam. In Sanskritam, it is called keeping in the throat. The literal meaning is Kantha is the throat. So keeping in the throat, not in the book. So let it not be in the book. Let it not be just in the file. Let it be in our minds. So making into the throat means making into the minds. We call it learning by heart. Okay, learning by heart. Actually, it's learning by mind. We remember by our minds, not by hearts, because heart is the center of emotions and other things. Mind is the center of thoughts and knowledge and all these learnings and all. So learn by your, keep it in your throat. So let it stay here. So with closed eyes, we should be able to recollect this table so that we can apply whatever form we want. For example, we want to say he is laughing. He is laughing. So what is that form inside this table? There are 9 forms. Okay, these are just the x and y. So not x and y, sorry, the x-axis and the y-axis. Now we have this 9 forms. We don't count these boxes. We count only these 9 boxes for the forms. So what is the form which tells you that he is laughing?
Like Hasami. So.
No?
Hasati.
Asati. Asati.
Ah, he. Oh, okay.
Prathama Purusha Eva Chanam. Ekavachanam.
Correct. Prathama Purushaha Ekavachanam. Asati, this form. Okay. So if I want to say, you many are laughing. You many.
Bahuvachanam.
Yes.
It's Hasatha.
Asatha. Correct.
Madhyama Purusha.
Madhyama Purusha. Bahuvachanam. So you many. Then we have Hasami. I am laughing, or I laugh, or I smile, whatever. Okay. So we can take any, like the present continuous or the present simple as a translation. It is up to us what we want to say. It can be depending on the context that we are speaking. Totally free. You can use it for the present simple, present continuous, present perfect continuous, all one. Okay, one present tense in Sanskrit. We can use it. With this background, now we are stepping into a new area today. Okay, we will learn about something new, very new. We have something called upasargas, but I will not tell you about that. First, let us read the following. So one of you can come forth and read, because it also exists in both Devanagari and the diacritics. So one of you can come above and read the following. So these are prepared from the viewpoint that even, I prepared it for Indians, to be very frank. These lessons are prepared for Indian students who are already aware of many of these words. So they are a part of our Indian languages. We speak, like I speak Telugu, somebody might speak like Marathi, somebody from Tamil, Gujarati, Bengali. All the people recognize these words. Okay, in Hindi, lot of them are there in Hindi. But because it is for English students, I don't have any I cannot choose anything similar in English and pick up those ideas for you. So let us keep to these forms, which will help you to understand what I am going to tell you. Madhavi Lataji, you can read.
Jai Shri Ram. Gacchati, agacchati, gamanam, agamanam.
Agamanam.
Hasati.
Para.
Ivan, you want to read? You can read. Yes, Ivan, please continue.
Oh, sorry, I thought my microphone is off.
No problem. No problem.
Namaste.
Namaste. You can read. Yes.
Hasati, parihasati, hasah, Parihasah.
Yeah, one correction is not T, T soft. It should be
T.
soft. The T. Okay.
Hasati. Parihasati. Hasah. Parihasah.
Parihasa.
Parihasah. Yes.
Next. Continue.
Vadati. Prativadati. Vadah. Prativadah. Vahati. Udvahati. Vahah. Udvahah. Chalati. Vichalati. Chalanam. Vichalanam. Bhavati. Sambhavati. Bhavah. Sambhavah. Sarati. Anusarati. Saranam. Anusaranam. Vasati. Upavasati. Vasah. Upavasah.
Thank you.
Bhagini Vasaha.
Ah,
Not right? Vasaha.
correct. Upavasa. They are from the same.
Vasaha. You should pronunciation ha also.
Vasa.
The last one.
Yeah, correct. They is
Thank
from.
you.
Indian students realize it. You can see the difference. They realize the importance of saying this as a very prominently once it is in the end of a sentence. Like there is nothing after that. Then we used to say it very fully. But if it is there in the middle, like in the shlokas we are doing, then we say as you said now, like vasah. Ah is audible, but we should say vasaha. So she is concerned about that. Nothing to worry. It's okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, so now let us see the meanings of these. Yes. So Madhavi Lata Bhagini can read. So one at a time. Then we will discuss.
Gacchati. He, she, it is going. Agacchati. He, she, it is coming. Gamanam. Going. Agamanam. The arrival. Hasati. He, she, it is smiling. Parihasati. He, she, it is laughing. Make fun of. Hasaha. Smile. But should it be hasaha or hasaha?
Let it be hasaha only, because we know, as I told you, this I made out of the words which we already know. We know hasaha, right? That's
Okay.
right.
Hasaha, smile. Parihasaha, the laughing at. Vadati, he, she, it is speaking. Parivadati, he, she, it is replying or speaking again.
Prativadati.
Sorry, prativadati, sorry. Vadaha, talking in general or arguing. Prativadaha, reply. Vahati, he, she, it is bearing. Udvahati, he, she, it is marrying. Vahaha. Sorry?
Yeah, no problem. We can call it argument, the noun form.
Okay. Vahaha, bearing, weight, etc. Bearing weight, maybe. That's what you meant. Udvahaha, marriage. Chalati, he, she, it is walking. Vichalati, he, she, it is trembling. Chalanam, walk, movement. Vichalanam, tremble, shaking. Bhavati, he, she, it is being or becoming. Sambhavati, he, she, it is happening. Bhavaha, being. Sambhavaha, happening or birth. Sarati, he, she, it is moving. Anusarati, he, she, it is following. Saranam, movement. Anusaranam, following. Vasati, he, she, it is residing. Upavasati, he, she, it is fasting. Vasaha, residence. Upavasaha, fasting.
Very good. Well written. Thank you. Okay. So in English, we have a concept of to name the verb. How to tell the verb? And the verb also has a form. For example, it is in the, if I have to say to go, okay, then they go, okay, we go. So we go is a form as well. To go is a dhatu, it's a what you call as a verb form as well. It's a little difficult area where we cannot make out the right form. So that is the problem here. Let me tell you. So this gamanam means going. It's the noun. Okay, it's not a verb. He is going is different from going. Okay, so here I can tell one example. Your going away I did not like your going away. I am saying you are going away, that's different. I say I didn't like your going away. So your going away means, here going means a noun form. So here I am trying to give you nouns and these are the verb forms. Okay, we did not enter into nouns yet, but I have picked up some words so that you have to, so that you can understand what I have to tell you. Okay. If you observe, these are meanings of nothing else but the same words. We have 4 words here. Gacchati, agacchati, gamanam, agamanam. Asati, parihasati, hasaha, parihasaha. Okay, for those we have like the meanings here. Now, tell me your observations. You are all novice. Forget what you knew before. Just see these words from a new student point of view. You are all new to Sanskrit. You don't know anything. Now tell me, what are your observations on this? Whatever comes to your mind. Yeah.
No, first of all, they kind of have the same verb root, so they are dissimilar. And the second observation, it's very funny that udvahati, vaha, udvaha, like marriage and bearing heavy weight. So
True. This is great fun point. I mean, in Sanskrit students, whoever learn for the first time these things, it's a very fun point, you know. Yes. Now, marriage has lot of fun all across cultures in every country, every place. It's a dilemma, you know. It's a place where everybody is like, we have 2 sides of that. Anyway, yeah, good observation. So, there is a common dhatu. That is one thing. We find, because now you know what a dhatu is. We have the same dhatu in both the words. Okay. So, do you find the same dhatu in this also? In this also, like vadati, prativadati, vadaha. So, do you see that there is only these elements, nothing else new? Have you observed that? So, these words are there commonly, that's why I included them, so that you can see the pattern. Okay. So, here is a chala, here is a chala, here is a chala, and here is a chala. But what is the difference between this chala, and this chala, and this chala? What is the difference? Do you observe any difference?
no, like you said, one is a verb and the other is a noun.
Yeah, correct.
So, but I think we also have the similar pattern in English. For example, I know what you make this example of leaving. So, I don't want you to depart, but we have also departures.
Depart. Yes. We have upasarga concepts. Right. Thank you for bringing it up. Correct. We have it like patience, impatience, cooperation, non-cooperation. So there are, yeah, multiple levels. Yes, yes, we can take them. We can take them. True. But I was talking about the, I mean, I can bring in the similarity, but for that we need to study English a little. That's why I avoided. I thought over. I thought because we are going upon with dhatu. So that dhatu and it becoming a noun and becoming a verb and something else is happening. I want you to observe that here. Okay, we can bring in some English examples. Um, hmm, give, forgive. So this is a classic example. Like man gets and forgets, God gives and forgives. Okay, I like this quote very much. It also can explain us about something about what I want to explain to you. Something added. So what is the main point here? Get, forget. Give, forgive.
Uh, I think that here the verbs like the first, for example, give or forgive, give. The second one is more about it also combines with subject or object, or like here, like speaking. You can speaking by, I can speak by myself, but replying, usually replying to somebody or to something.
Yeah.
The same as smiling. I can be smiling by myself, but if I'm laughing at, usually I say I'm laughing at something, at movie, at subject or anecdote, something like that.
Yeah. Correct. Such thing, I mean, something added is there, but we can also smile at someone. Like we meet somebody, we greet them with a smile. So we can smile at someone, we can laugh at someone, make fun of them. That's a difference.
Yes.
So we need someone in both the cases. Okay. But your point is valid in one direction, that there is a change in meaning. So what is the difference between give and forgive? Madhavi Lata Garu, do you have to say something?
Yes, ma'am. The pratyaya is added, prefix is added for all the root. Whenever you add the prefix, dhatu are added, prefixes are added to the dhatus, the meaning is changing. And also, the noun is as it is, the dhatu itself is the noun. Noun form is taking the dhatu itself, but when you are going to the verbs, it changes its suffix as well. That is pratyaya again.
Yeah. Even here pratyas are changed. Even the nouns pratyas are changed. Okay. So I'll explain.
Vadah, yeah. Vadah, vad.
Yeah. So vadaha, prativadaha. It also is becoming a noun. Okay. It's taking that aha thing. Okay. The aha thing
Suff-
is a noun.
Suffix, suffix is not changing, but prefix has changed. That's what I thought.
Yeah. Prefix is changing. Good point. Right. So when we say give, it is to give. When we say forgive, when we have added for, then it is definitely not just give. There is a giving in forgiving, but forgiving is
Pardoning.
pardoning, excusing somebody for their mistake, not counting their mistake as a mistake. See, give means I have something in my hand, I give. Okay, but forgiving means okay, let it go. I will not worry about it. You will be, you will be continuing with me in the same manner. I don't count your mistake. This kind of. So, how much is added? You see, that is important. Okay, what Ivan has made here, that point is something is added, like vaha, bearing, but a special bearing, a special like taking responsibility kind of is marriage. Marriage is a promise to each other that they'll be with each other. All these like emotions involved. So ut vahati. So ut is up. So vaha is to bear. Vaha is to carry something in hand. Ut like keep it up. So up bearing. So up bearing something. So we are upbringing kids. We are upbringing them. We are taking care of them. Taking this responsibility. All this involved. So vaha is a general somebody. Somebody like this one, a labor working with a load on his head. He is Vahati, okay, and the labor carrying a bharam Vahati. So he is carrying a load on his head. That is also Vahati, And but udvahati is, this is also bearing a weight, but that is a different weight. It is not something physically seen. It is bearing with a responsibility, bearing with a care, emotion, love, and mutual understanding, trust. All these things are involved. So it's a big meaning. So give, forgive. Such a big meaning has added. Get, forget. So get is to get. Forget is to like opposite of remember. So now we don't remember it. Okay, that is called forget. So much meaning is added. That is what is happening in each of these words. I have introduced both so that you are aware of like this kind of adding something. So this is happening because of adding something in before, not after. We are not now worried about the later part, Madhaviji. We will not worry about the later part. The suffix part we will keep it away from for now. We will worry about the pre part. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So what brought change here? So he was going his own way. Now we say ah, then he is coming back. Okay, so he is coming not only back, but he is just coming. The boy comes from the school. So comes is different. The boy goes to the school. So when he goes, it is to. When it is come, it is from. Okay, so it is like that. So agachati. Agachati is involving, is giving us the meaning of coming. So which is responsible element? Somebody can tell me what is responsible in making going into coming. What is that feature? That is the word for prefix in Sanskrit is
Pratyaya. Oh, sorry, sorry.
you used pratyaya. That's what I
Yeah.
wanted to correct then, but I said
Okay.
the word is
Upasarga.
upasarga. Upasarga, something joined pre to the verbal root. Something joined pre-joined feature. Until here, what we were doing? Until here, we were joining here. We were changing the later part. Now we are not worried about it. I mean, it will come, but right now something is added to pre part, something to before, which is changing the meaning, and that concept is called upasargaha, and the plural is upasargaha. Okay, so upasargaha is a concept which can generate new meanings out of what is already existing. It's a wonderful concept. We should all clap for this because these upasargas are giving us a wonderful like scope for making new words, making new meanings. Okay, all these things happen. So these are the forms meanings we have learned. Now we will go to what is there behind each of these words. So each word had 4 forms. Like, but as you all observed, there is only one verbal root which is common to all the 4 forms, and I am trying to give you the meanings of them. Okay, so yeah. Isaji, you want to read something? Can you be a part of this class, or you want to be a listener? It's up to you. I mean, I don't want to.
No, I like to read.
Read? Yes,
Yeah.
please. Yeah. Please read these sentences.
I read also the English, right?
Yes, completely. Yes.
Agam, agach, to come, arrive. Parihas, to laugh at, make fun of. Prativad, to reply, say something against. Dwah, to marry. Vichal, to be shaky, unstable, tremble. Sambhu, to be born, to happen. Anusra, to follow. Anusri, upavas, fast, not eat.
Thank you. I see that you realize the R because of your Nepal stay. You are aware of some, Hindi and like Devanagari pronunciation aspects. I am happy. Nice. So you
Thank you.
So it's upasr, sr. Well, so these are the meanings of the what is inside those words. Whatever is the outside cover, we don't worry. The inside aspect, like we make a rice preparation, we can make a like lemon rice, we can make a mango rice, we can make a tomato rice, but rice will be the same. Added flavors are different. Okay, whatever items we are adding for the taste, they are different. Rice remains the same. So this happens to be the rice, and these are the particles which are added before. We call it padamsha. That means a bit of a particle is a nice word in English. It has no replacement in Sanskrit, but we call it padamsha, a wordlet, a small word part of a word. It's not a complete word in itself, but it's a piece. It's a small so particle. So this particle is added. Okay, this particle is added agam. Okay, so this is, and I have written this in the bracket. You know why? Can somebody recall this for me? Somebody who has already learned previous lesson where I taught it Rupantaranam. Can somebody tell me? Why I have written here 2 and this is only 1. This is also 1. Why are there 2 things here? Not sure? We have learnt about the changing forms, isn't it? Rupantaranam, where the gum happens to be actually gach before it takes ti. So gachati has the gam dhatu, and that happens without any reason. So this is the type 2 transformation of the dhatu form that we had learned previously. Okay, there was like chit, chet, like chetati is the dhatu, but sorry, the form, the verbal form, the kriya rupa, what we call the verbal form is kriya rupa, and the dhatu behind it was chit. This was a transformation which was based on guna, which was based on the guna quality. But here this is not based on anything. Unaccountable change has happened. So that is gacha. So it takes the ti form. This gum is the dhatu which before taking the ti form becomes gach. Okay, that's why this. Until here, is it clear, or do you all have any doubts? Anything you can ask, please feel free.
I have one question regarding this agam. So, no, in some words, the a short r in prefix mean the opposite, but in this particular case, we have this long r, which adding slightly different meaning. So, is it the only occurrence, or it's no a frequent prefix in Sanskrit?
Okay, you are saying about the short a which is added sometimes, right?
Yeah.
That is a different one. That is not this concept. Okay.
Okay.
We will come to that. We will come to that, but a later part. When we negate something, then it comes. We will go to nouns and then we will learn about that feature. Okay, it's not related to verbs. It's not related to verbs at this point at least. Right. So these are the dhatus, and see, this is the part which is added. The pari, the prati, okay, the ud, the vi, the sam, the anu, the upa. All these things are added before the vas, which is the dhatu, sr, which is the dhatu, bhu, which is the dhatu. It is called the dhatu, but this which is added is called upasarga, and both together will change the meaning of the whole dhatu. Okay, this is the primary feature. Now we will go to the sutra part, the principle part. So what is the principle behind it? We already know x plus y, which is dhatu and the pratyaya. Okay, And we had this x plus a, which is a vikarana pratyaya. Now we have a new element called this z or z, whatever you call it. We call it z in India. Some people call it z, whatever it is. This element is added. I call it z because I am used to that. You can observe this form. Now we will take this usage. This is the final form along with all the elements required. Now this vas is the dhatu, which is x, and the vas plus a, which you see there, is the a, which is the vikarana pratyaya, the gana marker, and then the t is the suffix termination, which stands for he, she, it. It stands for it. It doesn't mean he, she, it. It just stands for them. And then what remains is this element. This becomes the z. Okay. So z plus x plus a plus y is the formula, new formula that we get. Now the immediate question will be, if there is a y here, if there is a t here, will there be all these things? Will there be all these things? Like we have a t, but we don't stop with the t. Once there is a t, there will be taha, there will be anti, there will be si, there will be thaha, there will be maha, there will be everything. All the 3 into 3, 9 forms will be there. Will they be there? Yes, totally. You know the answer? You know the answer already? Huh? Are you happy? Are you happy with this? See, so each form like we are going to have here, because gachati has gachataha, gachanti, gachasi, gachatha, gachatha, all forms are there. So this fellow who is formed because of addition of something else in the previous part of it, it has something on its left side, and it is also ready to make all the forms, like he is coming. Okay, agachati means he, she, it is coming. Now we will replace this with you singular. What will be the form? We want to replace it with you is coming. It is not you is, but you are coming. So what will be the form? This element will change, right? The T will change to C. Gacha, T will become gachasi, and agachati will become agachasi for you singular. What will it be for I form? What will be if I am coming? What will be the form? Can somebody tell?
Agachami.
Agachami. Okay. Agachami. Perfect. Okay. So with this we understand that it is not about just the one form, but we are going to have that 3 into 3 table for each of these forms, except these. These are nouns. We don't have the T forms for these. This is not T form. So we are not going to have the table for these forms. Don't worry about them for now. Just worry about this element. This is a new one for us for now. We will come back to those things later. Just I wanted to tell you that nouns are also formed with them. Not only verbs, but nouns are also formed because of adding these elements called upasargas. Okay, so prativadati means he is replying or speaking against, depending upon the context. So there are more than one meanings for these. This is the second point. First point, these are going to have all the 9 forms for each of the z plus x plus a plus y format. For each of the z plus x plus a format, we are going to have all these for all these upasarga added dhatus. Then these will change depending upon our usage. Then we have like this more than one form. So this, this vahaha is not just bearing but also flowing. Are you aware? Nadi vahati. So the river is flowing. For that we also use vahati. So it's also flowing. And you know, there is one more meaning, there is blowing. So if a single dhatu, the blowing of the wind, a single dhatu can have so three meanings, then imagine how many will an upasarga added dhatu will have. Ud Vahati can, as I told you, the Ud Vahati can also mean married, or I'll put a comma, uh, uh, bear up, okay, up bear, okay. I cannot translate it better because I don't have an equivalent word in English. So up bear, so bear up, like that. Okay, so it also means that. This proves that there are more than one meaning for these upasarga added dhatus. The technical term for this kind of dhatu will come here. So a technical term for this kind of dhatu is sopasargaka. I made it, okay? Sa upasarga dhatu. The dhatu which has the upasarga. I made it from the language, I know I didn't make it newly, but I like it. Sopasargaka. That means upasarga added dhatu, which is going to yield a new meaning, which is very fresh, ready, and happy to give more and more and variety of meanings. Okay, so that is called a sopasargaka dhatu. And this is the principle behind the form, and here you can see how the form works. Okay, so this is the working form of it, the inside principle of it. Okay, now we'll go to the second level now. I will divide it into two lessons because lot of content in one go will make all of you very uncomfortable. So we will go to other parts. I will also try to bring in some English equivalents for them in the next class. Okay, for now we will deal with some ideal concepts, some more ideal concepts. What I have done is I have taken this bhu dhatu. Okay, and after that I added all the possible upasargas to it. Now you will be having one doubt at least. What is the number of upasargas? Did you get that doubt? How many such elements are there? For a new student, it's an interesting question. They will definitely ask. Okay. So already, those who already know, there are 22 upasargas. We are all aware of it. What is new in that? But for a new student, it will be, oh, so many. So there are 20 or 22, depending upon how we count them. Okay, like there are at least 2 upasargas which have alternate forms. Panini Maharshi gives them as separate upasargas, but actually they can be compacted to 20. We can count both of them as one form, and they can be made into 20 number. Okay, so what are all those upasargas? Let us go to that first and then come back to our other tables. There are many interesting things to go. Okay, before that we'll go to this part. So I'll display this shloka for you. Please, one of you can repeat after me. Okay, I will tell this karika to you. A karika by which you can remember all the upasargas. There are 22 in number. I'll give you the list also. Okay. Yeah, one of you please come ahead. Okay, I'll recite it first. Listen. Raviparaapasamanvavanirnisau durati duspratisudadhipariyapi tadanuchangabhini upavinshatir Visahitetyupasarga samahvayah. Okay. Madhavi Lata garu, please repeat after me. Everybody repeat in mute, please. Okay. Praviparapa.
Praviparapa.
Samanvava.
Samanvava.
Nirnisau.
Nirnisau.
Duratidus.
Duratidus.
Pratisudadhi.
Pratisudadhi.
Pariyapi.
Paryapi.
Tadanuchangabhini.
Tadanuchangabhini.
Upavimshatir.
Upavimshatir.
Dvisahitethyupa.
Visahitethyupa.
Sargasamahvayaha.
Sargasamahvayaha.
Now we will see them all in a list. Okay, I'll try to bring you the list. Give me one moment. Okay. Okay, so we have so this I have all of them here. There we go. This is the Upasarga list that we have. Okay. Pra, para, apa, sam, anu, ava. I'll read them for you. Give me one moment. I'll also put in the IST. I didn't prepare the list because of loss of time. Okay. Now you can read them. Ivan Dostalov, you can please read them once.
Pra, para, apa, sam, anu, ava, nis, nir, dus, dur, vi, ang, a, ni, adhi. I cannot see the last one, unfortunately.
I'm sorry. One moment.
Api, ati, su, ut, abhi, prati, pari, upa.
Ati. Okay, again T is strong.
Ati. Okay. Thank you.
Well, so what I was speaking of, these two dhatus, actually, upasargas, I'm sorry, nis, nir can be only one. Okay, it is only one form which takes, which changes because of sandhi rules. There are some happenings. Okay, and this and this, dus and dur is one and the same. Nis and nir is one and the same. But because Panini Maharshi somehow he feels that they should be separated, they should be. That's why it is happening so. And what you saw in the Udd Vahati is actually Ut. Because of the Va, it is becoming Da. We have lot of such changes. Okay. So in Russian, I remember one example for this. Which vowels? There are 5 vowels which make the T sound softer. Okay. So it is bound to become soft when the 5 vowels are followed. Okay, other vowels it is strong, but with these 5 vowels it will be soft. So the vowel next will decide the how you spell, how you pronounce T. For those who don't know Russian, let me tell, it's like T and T. Okay, they are like T. T is a soft consonant and T is a strong consonant. So there it becomes this kind of, okay. Such changes happen because of sandhis. Okay, so we have to take care of these elements. It becomes the before va, something like that. Okay, so this dus becomes dur before other some elements, some consonants it is dus, some consonants it is dur, something like that. Okay, so these are the how many numbers? So the number is 22. Okay, so there are 22 in all, 22 upasargas. Okay, so you can, what I tried to do in these tables is I tried to bring in all the possible forms. They are not there in the real world, but I tried to make the T form and the noun form out of this combination. Okay, so one of you can read it. Rosa, would you want to read?
Hari Om Didi.
Yeah.
Yes, I can try. From the
You can
Prabhava.
Yeah, prabhavati, prabhavaha, pra plus bhu. Just like that you take.
Prabhavati, prabhavaha, prabhu. The next one. Prabhavati.
No, parabhavati.
Sorry. Parabhavati, parabhavaha, parabhu. Apabhavati, apabhavaha, apabhu. Sambhavati, sambhavaha, sambhu. Anubhavati, anubhavaha, anubhu. Avabhavati, avabhavaha, avabhu. Nirbhavati, nirbhavaha, nirbhu. Durbhavati, durbhavaha, durbhu. Vibhavati, vibhavaha, vibhu. Abhavati, abhavaha, abhu. Nibhavati, nibhavati, nibhavaha, nibhu. Adhibhavati, adhibhavaha, adhibhu. Apibhavati, apibhavaha, apibhu. Atibhavati, atibhavaha, atibhu. Subhavati, subhavaha, subhu. Udbhavati, udbhavaha, udbhu. Abhibhavati, abhibhavaha, abhibhu. Pratibhavati, pratibhavaha, pratibhu. Paribhavati, paribhavaha, paribhu. Apabhavati, apabhavaha, apabhu. Upabhavati, upabhavaha, upabhu.
Thank you so much. Nice. So this attempt was, all these don't exist in the world. Only this parabhavaha is there, prabhavaha is there, but apabhavaha isn't there. Sambhavaha is there, anubhava is there, but avabhava is not there. Okay, vibhava is there. Okay, this word is there. Abhava is not there. Nirbhava is not there. Then apibhava is not there. Udbhava is there. Subhavati is not there. Okay, so all these are not there in the world. But I just wanted to show you that once the upasarga number we know, there is a possibility of every dhatu like go or has or vad or chala or vaha or sr or any other dhatu to have them all. Technically, theoretically it is possible. I wanted to show if we add all the 22 upasargas to each dhatu like this, how many forms will be there? I'll tell you the count. The count of dhatus is nearly 2000. We can take it as 2000. Now 2000 into multiplied by 22. Technically, theoretically, so many forms are possible. Clear? Okay. These are the clear. So many forms are possible out of this. But the forms that naturally exist in this language, like if we take has, it is just so many upasargas added. Like apahas, parihas, upahas, avahas, pras, vihas. So these are taken from the Apte dictionary. I have not made up my own, I didn't cook it up, but they all exist in the Apte dictionary. That's why I took them. Same with Vaha. So whatever, I go to the Cologne website, I take up that Apte Sanskrit to English, then I go to the advanced search, I put suffix as the parameter, then I put Vaha as the word, then it gives me all the words which have the Vaha. Okay, so Vaha as the second part. So that will give me all the upasarga added words. That is how I collected all these forms. Okay, like this. So we will make this kind of, for example, we take sanchar. Okay, so sanchar dhatu, that means sopasarga ka dhatu. This is like the element behind it is, let me put it here, it is some we had read plus char, because of the cha it will become san char and this becomes sanchar. Okay, so this is the sandhi area where we have, see, this is how it is formed. Okay, so some actually is the upasarga, but it will change as I told you within the with the like nis, nir, etc. So same thing, it also changes into what all is like the cha, before that it becomes san. So this combination I will show you here. Yeah, Ivan Mahesh, you can ask your doubt here.
Thank you, Didi. I have a question about this upasargas. So I think maybe next class we will study the meaning of each. I mean, how they separate and what they add, what meaning they add to the dhatu.
Yes. Yes, actually there are meanings, but it is biased. There is a theory that they don't have their own meaning. It's only the dhatu's meaning that is coming out. That's why I highlighted at the Vaha place. The Vaha itself has 3 meanings. So imagine how many more meanings can come out of
Yes.
adding up these upasargas. And to be make it clear, we need not wait till next week. But let me tell you, the variety of meanings that come out of adding an upasarga to a dhatu is immense, beyond our imagination, wildest imagination. It goes beyond all the wildest imaginations. It is so powerful. When you add a upasarga and a dhatu, it can generate n number of meanings depending upon the context. We are not even aware of them. It has so much power. But in the language, as I told you, there is a possibility of all the 22 to add to each dhatu present in the dhatu pata. But still, we add only some. So it is limited. Like that, a dhatu can generate n number of, like give, forgive. What you are giving a forgival. So there is a giving act. Okay, there is a give. Actually, you are forgetting. You are forgetting the somebody's mistake, but you are giving a forgival. So there is a give kind of concept there. So that is also there. So, but it is growing such a big way that we can give it n number of interpretations. You can, I mean, pick that meaning out of the dhatu and the upasarga. So, but actually there is a big fight on this. The language people fight a lot depending upon this. There are debate. We don't call it fight. We call it a debate. Okay, so there is a debate. If some has like, if the charati itself is giving the meaning of sancharati or vicharati, or is it changing because of the upasarga? There is a big debate. So I tell my students a midway answer. Okay, there is a meaning, there isn't a meaning. Be ready for both. Okay, you can't say it is all coming out from the upasarga. You can't say it is all because of the dhatu. You cannot rest on one place. So upasarga has a meaning, upasarga has not a meaning. When it has a meaning, we will try to work out what possible meanings are there. But sometimes it goes beyond our imagination. Like for example, just we has 3 meanings. We has 3 meanings. So which meaning to apply at which point, to which dhatu when it is applied, and what work it is doing, we don't know. That's why mostly we will discuss about them in the next class. Okay, how it changes meaning and all. But we will not take it very staunchly, like strongly. We will not put it like that. We will tentatively take those meanings. I will give you those meanings. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Up to today's class, my whole intention is to give you this table. Okay, again, like a little bit detail added to this titaha anti. A little more detail is, there is a dhatu, there is an upasarga also. So every upasarga added dhatu is going to have all these forms. Okay, until now. And they mean the present tense, the same meaning. The present tense, the first person, second person, third person, the singular, dual, plural, that does not change. So we can discuss at least one. So I will tell you what sanchara means, and you can give me the meanings, just one or two. We'll just for test we will put it. Sanchara is to wander. Okay, sanchara sadhu is a person who wanders, is a mendicant who wanders, wandering mendicant, sanchara sadhu. So sanchara is something which moves, wanders, right? So sancharati, I will tell you, he, she, it is moving, wandering, sorry. Okay, so what does this mean? One of you can answer. What does this mean? Sancharavaha. Yeah, Ivan Mahesh, you can answer. Yes.
We both are wondering.
Are wandering, correct. Yes. Next question is for Yvonne Dostalov. What does this mean?
You wondering?
You are one. You singular. You
Yeah.
singular. Okay. Because all these three will be like you. Your wandering will be valid for all the three. So we have to think.
Okay.
You singular are wandering. Okay. Then Rosa can tell me the meaning of this.
Mm, um, uh, we plural are wondering. Yeah.
We plural. We many are wandering. Correct. Correct. Yes. Thank you. And Isaji will tell me the meaning of this.
Dvivachana. They two, they both are wandering.
Very good. Very good. I'm happy. So you all got the concept. What all I wanted to teach until now, you are all clear with it. We will go ahead with more concepts about upasargas in the next lesson. I am worried. I am afraid the number will grow with the lessons. But let's not worry about to confine the number of lessons. But I want to give you the all content which is related. I want to give a small clarification here before we close the class. Many like Sanskrit modern teachers or modern ways of teaching Sanskrit ignore the traditional ways. So I have been a traditional student. First I was a modern student, then I became a traditional student, and then I realized there was a big gap when I wanted to reach the tradition, when I wanted to reach the real Shastra. There were many obstacles, there were many stumbling stones where I was about to fall down, but I had to do like upstream work, something very upstream, something like mountaineering, something like very tough, and then I could connect with the tradition. I thought over why is this happening, and then I got up with a solution that let us introduce the student all the concepts which are required to understand the language related activities, all the capabilities of a language, all the flavors of a language issue, be it a noun, verb, pratyaya, upasarga, vachana, whatever is there. Let the student be exposed to the complexity of the language right at the beginning level. But I want to do it slowly. I want to do it in small pieces. Some work from you is very important. Once I finish this class, what I expect is you take up some combinations, some random combinations, any dhatus that you know, which I have given you for the homework in the previous lessons, and add these 22. Just get the 22 upasargas list and those dhatus which you already have. Try to add one upasarga and one dhatu and just make all this table, the Titahanti table. The 3 into 3 grid. You can practice that way. But the change of meanings and all is very open, something very open. For students of the beginner level, I can give you, oh, this upasarga means this. If you add this dhatu, it will become this meaning. I can standardize that for you all. But up to one level, it will work. Later, you will ask me, oh, you have told this, but you know the dictionary gives that meaning. Then how can I answer? I will be answerable, isn't it? That's why I don't tell you all that which is not there in the language. I will tell you what is there so that you will be accustomed to the openness of the language. This starts from this step. So it starts right from the beginning. That's why Dhatunam Rupantaranam, the change of the transformation of the Dhatu forms. Gam becomes Gacha, Stha becomes Tishtha. So the student should be aware of these things. Most of the students in the modern learning don't acknowledge them, don't recognize them, don't know about them. So they face lot of difficulties. That's why maybe. So it might look some level of complication is there at this point, but it is unavoidable. So please be with me. Please feel free to ask whatever you feel like asking. You can write to me. I'll be there on the WhatsApp. I'll be there on the Telegram. You can send a voice message. You can write in the comments in this YouTube channel. You can write me a mail, which is there in the description. Whatever way you can approach me, you can always ask. I will try to reply. Okay? The availability is there always. We don't worry about it. Out of this class also. So we'll close it. Any comments from
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Shubhamastu to you all. Let's all meet next week. Hari. I'll send the homework in the group. And Isaji, I'll send you a group link. You can join there. Okay. Please give me some time. I'll do the needful for you.
I didn't understand.
I'll give you a WhatsApp group link to you. Okay. And Rosa also, I'll give you a WhatsApp link so that you can.
Yes, I really want. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Hari Om.
Dhanibad.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hari
Thank
Om.
you. Namaste.